Basking Ridge, New Jersey, and I go live every Wednesday at 3 o'clock Eastern Time to share with you some of the things that I'm working on and some of the things going on at Stamping Up, and just some ideas and tips and tricks. So, we are going to discuss a few things today. The first is we're going to make a card from one of the templates that are on page 22 of the 2024-2025 Stampin' Up! Catalog. And we're going to use an online exclusive collection. And it is not one of the new ones, but as of this morning, the online exclusives collection expanded by quite a few. So we're going to talk and look at some of those new items as well. So we've got a bunch to do, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to hop over to my desktop, and this is the template that we're going to use today. All I did was blow it up from the catalog page. So this is page 22 in the catalog, and you can see this is the 6th template in the collection. If you want to see cards and tips and tricks from making these 5, you can look at my collection of quick classes of recent weeks, and you can see that. But this is the one that we're going to work with today. So, with that said, let me show you the card and we can compare it. So this is the card we're going to make today, and this is made with the Little Latte collection. And as I said, it is an online exclusives collection, meaning that you can only see those products at our online store. And we're going to talk about that at length in a little bit, but you can see that I've just used some designer series paper in the background, just as they did, well, almost just as they did. And instead of using a circle for my sentiment, which is what I probably would have done normally, I went ahead and used one of the cups that is from the designer series paper. So I'm going to show you that. And I added a little sentiment strip here and some embellishments. So let's go ahead and make the card. Let me put this aside. I actually have 2 classes today. So I have a lot of stuff around. So it might take me a second to find things. This paper is Pecan Pie. You say pecan, pecan, or pecan. I say pecan. Somebody from Texas told me that's the way I was supposed to say it, so I decided I changed how I said it. It was always pecan for me. Anyway, so we have that, and the first thing I want to do is let me just show you, this is the Stamp and Die bundle that I use. So this is called Latte Love, and you can see that it has mugs, and the top of a mug, it also has, you know how when you go to a barista and they make a fancy espresso, is it espresso? Cappuccino, I can't remember, but they put little designs in there, and we have some, coffee spots, and we've got some, rings. Let's see, spoon and some sentiments. So that's what is there, and then we have the dies that coordinate. So you can make actually a very fancy pot of coffee, and you can die cut out your mugs. And so here's this mug, and then that one. So you can see there's a lot that can be done with this set, and they're even just a plain circle, which is always good to have. So I went ahead and took this particular stamp, and we are going to stamp the background with that. So it looks like, coffee stains on a desktop. So I'm just going to go and randomly stamp these around. It's okay to go off the page. You notice I'm not going towards this side right just yet, and I'm going to show you why. Now, when you go to stamp over here, sometimes that fold can become problematic. So what I like to do is just open it up and take a piece of paper. This happens to be an envelope that is on my desk, and I'm just lining it up with that score line, which is, you saw me do that. I just folded the paper, and I'm going to go ahead and, if you want wanted to, you could also have it go onto the back of the card, and that would be fine too, but I prefer not to, so that's just a little trick for you. And so that is the background for our card front. Hi, Betsy. Yeah, this is a great collection, isn't it? I love using this. So now that I have my card base with this cover stamped, I'm going to go ahead and put my basic white piece on the inside. I like to do that when the color is dark so that when I write my message, I can actually see what I wrote. And I'm just using my Stampin' Seal to do that. So there we go. Okay, so that's the basis of our card base. So now we want to take our pieces of designer series paper. These pieces are cut. I cut them in advance, and it doesn't matter which pieces you take. These could be solid pieces. They could be embossed. Some could be embossed. I think I liked it this way. I like the swirls. So the designer series paper has all kinds of fun coffee-looking designs. I'm going to pull out a couple of sheets so that you can see. We've got this piece that has a bunch of the coffee cups on it. This has coffee cups and spoons and sugar. Look at that. Oh, coffee beans, not sugar. And actually, I have some. Whoops. That's never good when I hit the camera. And this is where I got the coffee swirls. The reverse side of that has some coffee beans. And there are several other designs. Here we go. And this uses, lots of different colors and whatnot. So anyway, I wanted to tell you that these pieces are cut to be 1.5 by 2.5. And I cut all 3 sizes the same. And where is my, here it is. Here's the template so you can see. So what I ended up doing, so I'm just going to mark this for you. So 1.5 by 2.5. And I just for ease of, cutting, I made them all the same by 2.5. Okay, so there you can see. I like to put that in because for me, the hardest part is figuring what are the dimensions supposed to be on these things, right? So I'm going to go ahead and put them down. And now that I've done that, I actually think, let me just double check this. Oh yeah, that was right. Okay, I thought maybe I got it wrong, but I didn't. So I'm going to put this one, it's kind of pretty much right in the middle of the top part of the card. And then I'm going to take this design, which you can see is the reverse side of that top one, and the little coffee bean hearts, and I'm going to push it over here with a little overlap in between. And then I'm going to take that coffee swirl. You could, of course, use the opposite side or any designs that you want. And you can put that, I put that here. So that's just adds a lot of interest and gives you a chance to use all those different designer series papers. Now this mug you can see is different from the one that I showed you before, and I just want to show you where I got that. And that is from the designer series paper has a sheet that has all these coffee cups, and there are tons of them, so you can make lots of cards out of them. And this is the die that fits right on top there, and you can die cut them out, but because the machine is only so big, I tend to cut just cut out any whole ones that I see, and then I'll go to the machine and cut it out from there. So that is how I got my coffee mug, which of course I could have gotten by stamping it separately as well, but I ended up with this one here, and I'm going to add that to the card front with a dimensional. I'm just going to use one. You could use as many as you want. And you can see the paper that I was mimicking here, although they did a lot of overlapping. And I'm going to go ahead and put that on my card instead of the circle. Now this circle would probably be about 1 3/4 inches. Now you could of course mat that to be a little bit bigger, or have your sentiment be like 1.5 inches so that you have the mat there. And of course, you could have matted all of these as well. But that is how I got that. And then I just took a strip of, this is 3/4 of an inch by, I believe, I think it's 2¼ inches. Let's just check. Yep, 2¼ inches. And that's because that's what fit. And I'm going to use my early espresso ink again. And I'm going to use this stamp that says, "Hello there, let's catch up," because, that's when I go out for coffee. So, hello there, let's catch up. Got that stamped on there. And we'll add that to the card. And I'm going to just use regular adhesive for that. And then as part of the collection, I see I'm overlapping a few of the pieces, and I like to overlap whenever I can because it helps bring cohesiveness to the card, right? And the eye just kind of stays in the same place, and it can take in all of the different elements. And of course, no card is complete without some bling. Now this bling, these are called adhesive backed swirl dots, and I'm going to show you kind of up close. But there are some swirls on there, so they look really cool. But they also, when you get the package, it has 2 other colors. You can see one of them right here. I had one left. So that is kind of a cream color. And then there are ones that are Calypso Coral, but they are all gone, and I didn't have any more. So I'm going to just use my usual, 3 elements, and I'm just going to put them on up here, and I'm using my take your pick tool, and here I'll use the putty end this time so you can see that in action. And I think I'm going to put this one down here. So there you have the card made with this template. Okay, so as I mentioned, these are online, all the products that I use here are online exclusives, and I want to share my screen because I want to explain to you just what that means with the online exclusives. So I'm going to share my screen. Just give me 1 second while I get this ready, and I'm going to show you the suite. So here you can see this is the Little Latte suite. This is right from the Stampin' Up store, online store. This is my store, and I logged in with my account, so you can see that. And so this is the entire collection. So you see the paper, the stamp set, the dies. These, remember I said about the elements having some Calypso Coral. They're kind of peachy, really. They're there. And then it also has this awesome ribbon, which I just didn't find a use for on this card. I would have if I could have, because I really love it. It's kind of like a burlap with white little polka dots. Very cool. But when you're looking for online exclusives, all you need to do is go to your menu, and right here, it says online exclusives. Now, when you click on that, it'll take you to a page that just has the online exclusives. And you can see that I have a whole bunch of stuff in my cart. I'm getting ready to place an order for my classes next week. But here are the online exclusives. That's just the top of the page. And we're just going to quickly go through what some of the online exclusives are. So I'm going to switch this for my view to show 90 at a time, so we don't have to do this again and go to another page. And I like to sort it by newest because I like to see what are the new things, especially on a day like today when everything just launched. So here you can see newest. You could also sort it by oldest, relevance, if you're doing a search, etc. And then if you know the name of it, you can sort it by the first letter. So you can see we have a couple of new kits, the Circus Celebration kit and a Garden of Thanks kit. And we've got some Christmas stuff coming out. So this is the Iconic Imagery Bundle. Here, let me just show you. This is the suite collection of the iconic celebrations, which includes that iconic imagery. It includes some gems, some ribbon, and these fabulous dies that help cut out from this designer series paper, which we'll get to in a second. My favorite product from this is the Sophisticated Sled. So also for the winter holidays here. And this actually is a bundle and it has dies. We'll see that in a second. Potions and Spells bundle. This is the actual bundle. So, we're getting ready for Halloween. Now, this is all in addition to everything that will be launched with our September through December mini catalog, which it will come in September. But we can get started now, especially for those of you who like Christmas in July, right? I don't particularly do that, but you could. Here is a Filled with Cheer photopolymer stamp set. Playful Ghosts. We've got some fun gold mercury vellum, which is returning. I believe we had that before. And then very popular is this Seasons of Green and Gold. And we'll get to the collection in a second, but this is the designer series paper for that. We have Greatest Adventure stamp set. And then I just want to point out to you that part of another collection there is it's this particular Greetings of the Season photopolymer stamp set. And the bundle includes tags, which we'll see in a second. Unfortunately, I can't sort within this, at least not effectively. But I wanted to show you that it comes also, it doesn't come with, but you can also get an everyday greeting set, which kind of goes hand in hand with that Greetings of the Season. So you can be sure I'll be getting that because I do tend to collect word stamps. I always like to have just the right sentiment. Here are some fun, they're called ribboned adhesive back dots. And I'm just going to blow this up so we can take a closer look at them. So when you click on it, you get more detail about the product. And here you can see it's got like little zigzags in the background. So kind of cool. Pecan pie and I guess white, it says. So I just went back to the head page. Sorry, my internet a little slow. So sorry about that. I might be working it kind of hard at the moment. So let's quickly page down and just so that we can see a few more things. So we've got some new Graceful Greenery vellum. So that's two different kinds of vellum that we've got now. Naughty and Nice. How fun is that? We've got this little candy cane circle. This is another kit. This came out last month. This is the Cherry Cobbler and Pearl adhesive. So these are for your little holly berries, right? So you've got triplets there and then singles. But here are those iconic those are the iconic imagery. Sorry. These are the dies that go with the Greetings of the Season and the Everyday Greetings stamp set. So look at all those fun tags that you can use for your sentiments. We saw the iconic imagery. We also have, there's a new Golden Greenery bundle. This is a kit that came out last month. The Frosted Forest dies are part of a bundle. Let's see if I can find that. Here it is. So we've got the Frosted Forest bundle, which has these trees. So, we've had a few trees come in lately, but this is the newest one. And I don't want to go too far because I have some other things to talk about here. But I wanted to show you that the Frosted Forest bundle can also be coordinated with the Frosted Forest decorative masks. And so here's a way to add some snow to your trees if you want, but even so, you can even create the trees themselves from scratch by just layering these different masks. And the masks are extremely popular, so we're excited about that. And remember I talked about the sophisticated sled? Well, here are the dies that go with it, and I've got at least one great blog post coming up that showcases this particular set. And then also Changing Leaves. This is the photopolymer stamp set, and this comes with, let's page down a little bit. Sorry to do it this way. You can get the stamp set, and then this is the coordinating dies and hybrid embossing folder. So here we go. So we've got the leaves, we've got the embossing folder, and then it has the dies that can cut out the central leaves, plus some additional leaves and some fun labels. So I'm very excited about that. I do have that and you can look forward to seeing some of those uh, cards made with that. We've got some fun new ribbon, very vanilla satin, which is always nice to have for the holidays. There's that golden greenery. This is the iconic celebration 6x6 paper, and the idea behind it is that it celebrates a number of different things. Like, I'm going to pull it up, and you can see it has some birthday. It's got, either love, here's love, and then like New Year's Eve, that could be New Year's Eve. We've got some fun, just basic backgrounds with different colors. We've got some trees over here. Here's some other trees, some acorns, some pumpkins even. So lots of things, some snowflakes, lots of things we can do with that designer series paper, which again is 6x6. So I think that highlights most, if not all, of the different products that are offered in the new online exclusives. And I'm going to come away from this, hopefully. Hopefully it's going to let me go back. Let's see where we're at. Okay, so you can see that there are lots of fun new things that you can use. Let me come over so I can talk to you. All right. So if you have any questions about that, you can ask me, but I hope you'll go out to the website, take a look at some of those great new online exclusives. And as if we would have paged down further, we would have seen, the Little Latte collection, as well as all the pieces that go with that. And one other thing to talk about is that bonus days also start today. And that means that for every $50 you spend in the month of July, you get a $5 coupon that can be used in the month of August. So that's like 10% savings, just kind of you realize the savings next month. So if you have any questions on that, please let me know. And if not, until next week, we will see you then. Have a happy 4th if you're celebrating. And that's it. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.